Hello everyone, welcome to Lighthouse Stamping with Lorraine. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Vancouver, Washington. Thank you for joining me today. Before we get started, the housekeeping information. All the product I use and all the dimensions will be listed below. There's a link to my online store. If you'd like to purchase any of these products, you can go there or you can send me an email. There is a link to our Facebook group. We'd love to have you join that. And finally, remember to like, share, and subscribe and help me grow in YouTube world. We're going to be playing with two-tone Flora, but we're going to be bringing in a couple other stamp sets in a few minutes. So let me show you. I actually have two cards to show you. I was playing around trying to decide what to make. And so this is an anniversary card, and it's a really quite simple little anniversary card. It says, "May the years ahead be filled with lasting joy." It's a very simple card. And I did this one, and I liked it, but it just wasn't what I wanted. It was okay. So then I played with this one, and it's a little different. We've got some more die cutting in it, and I used Bubble Bath, and I didn't like the Bubble Bath. It was just a little too light. Same verse inside. So I started playing with that, and I thought, okay, not real thrilled with that one yet either. So we're going to do a combination of what I liked about both of them. And that's what we're going to make today. So before we get started, we do need to do some stamping. So we have our envelope, and I have some scratch paper here. Probably more than I need. And I do need a stamping mat. And we're going to do Fresh Freesia because I liked the Fresh Freesia color better than the Bubble Bath. And so we're going to go ahead and stamp our envelope, and we're doing the Clump of Flowers, which is this group here, and this is the top that goes over it. And the other flower we're using is this one here and this one. So it's two-step stamping. So, and I'm going to stamp off on the first one, and then stamp on. And we're going to need 3 of these. Like that. And then this is the second piece. I want to make sure I've got it lined up the right way. You line up the little circles inside the flowers there. And this is going on full strength. Now you're not going to be trying to line this up through a camera and trying to keep your head out of the camera. So it will be a little easier. I missed that one, but that's okay. That, and then this one here. These are really quite easy to line up. Like I said, you're not standing through a camera, but I make it work. So that's our envelope. It's all done. And then we need 3 of these flowers. Now I am doing the solid first on this set. I found this much easier. We're stamping off, and we need 3 of these. Then make sure I've got this laying out the right way. I do. These are going full strength. So we have those, and they're ready to die cut. And the other thing we need is our inside of our card. Now I'm just using basic white. This is 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. And I'm not printing an inside mat. You could. I am just stamping my verse. I was keeping this card very simple. And try to get that as straight as possible. Just like that. And that is all of our stamping. So now it's time to build the card. Let me use my bone folder on this. And someone's probably wondering if this is thick basic white or regular. This is just regular basic white. I'm not using thick. To be honest, I rarely use thick basic white. So then I liked the embossed look, but I also liked having the die look from the first card, the second card, I should say. So I took and die cut with the Scalloped Contours dies out of a 1/4 sheet of paper, this very large one, the Scalloped Contours. And then I ran it through the embossing folder of Countryside Blossoms. So, and that's what we have here. You got the other side if you want to do debossed, but this is the embossed side. Okay. You will need a large cut and emboss machine to do that. So, the verse came out of Lasting Joy. And then I wanted the greenery. So I pulled out Nature's Prints, because in Nature's Prints is this beautiful wreath. So out of Soft Seafoam, I cut out a wreath to go on our card. So let's start building our card. So I'm going to build this part first. Now we needed to die cut our flowers. Through the magic of TV, they're already done. I will die cut these and use them. I do. But today I just decided to make it a little easier. And I had played around with this quite a bit to try to decide what angle I want this at. And I want this I'm looking at this leaf here and this top here. I wanted this towards the top, like that. So what I'm using to hook this on, you could use whatever kind of adhesive you want. You could use the sticky sheets and, turn it into a sticker. But to be honest, unless your glue is stuck, there it's going. Glue worked just fine. Grab a hold here. I'll go to the bigger leaves first. There we go. And I just start dabbing a little glue here and there. Don't push too hard. You don't want to glob. Or you could take and print it out on your silicone sheet and take a sponge and rub over it. But you don't need a lot to hold this down. I'm just hitting the bigger leaves, because you're also going to have flowers on here that's going to help hold this down a little bit too. So I'm just putting a little bit here and there. And put this in close to center as I can get. And yes, you're going to hang over the sides a little bit. That's okay. You can lay this in any direction you want. It's not an actual circle. It's just a spray. So we're putting that on there. Next, I want to go ahead. I want to get this first on here before I put it on this one. I'm going to use Dimensionals to put this on. Yeah, I was making out cards to mail out, and I was like, oh dear, I have no anniversary cards. And I'm putting quite a few dimensionals on this because I don't want this thing to collapse on me, because most of my cards do have to get mailed across the country. So, but you could glue this down too as well if you wanted. But I thought putting the having the scallops on the sides really just added a little bit more to the card. Okay, and this is going to go right in the center. Get these picked up. Has ever had long-haired cats and try to pick dimensional backs off out of your cat's hair? It's lots of fun. Okay, so now we have our little flowers. And we're just going to make little clusters. And we're going to put dimensionals on all of them. Now, yes, there's stuff on the back. I did some stamping and I made a little bit of a mess, and so I flipped the paper over. And I'm just putting one on each of them. Like that. So the first one, we're going to make a little cluster up here. And my clusters all turned out different, so it doesn't matter. You just put them where you want them. And then I'm going to put one right about there. And this one there. Well, this one's over, this one's under. That it doesn't matter. And we'll put one over here. Just like that. Okay. Then I needed a bow, and I grabbed, this is the glittered organdy ribbon. This is in the online exclusive store. It was in the mini catalog, now it's on the online exclusive store. It was still there when I checked. And I have already made a tiny little bow. We haven't trimmed him, but we do have a tiny little organdy bow. I have to decide where I want his bow on this one. And I think I'm going to put this one up towards the top. The others I didn't. I mean, you make it your own. Put it in different spots. It doesn't matter. It's whatever you'd like to have it. And no, I did not tie this tiny little bow on my own. I do have a little apparatus that has little pegs in it for tying little tiny bows. It does big ones too, but I usually tie those on my own. But little teeny ones, I find it much easier to put them on the pegs. So, and you can find them anywhere. Lots of places have them. It's a little bow there. Then I was looking for some bling because it needed bling. And so I went with the iridescent pearls. So I wanted to keep this. And I'm going to take a large one and put right here. And a couple small ones. One here. And if we catch it, we'll put one up here. You can put as many pearls as you want. You could do something else. But that is our very simple and easy anniversary card. I hope you like it. I wanted to make something simple today and quick. It's pretty easy. If you needed to make a few of them, you could. You know, just sit and cut all the pieces out and then put it together. So thank you for joining me today, and I will see you on Friday. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And if you do need any Stampin' Up! Supplies, please visit my online store. Thank you very much. Goodbye.